Hello and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm Kelly and I'm doing a full blind playthrough. I know nothing about this game aside from the fact that it had a warning for disturbing imagery, thoughts, and dark themes. So if any of those are something that would unnerve you, I would suggest turning off the video now because I feel like we're reaching a turning point. Welcome to Yuri time. Alright, so it's already Sunday. I've been getting increasingly anxious about Yuri's upcoming visit. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. Yuri is clearly an introvert and also an intimate person in general, but there's no doubt she'll open up a little bit when it's just the two of us. Meanwhile, we've just been texting occasionally. She was extremely apprehensive at first, but it wasn't long before I was already learning more about her. But putting Yuri aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, it's really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? Is it? I decide to visit Sayori before Yuri comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's house, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we were family. It's a very Japanese thing to do, so yeah, that makes sense. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run downstairs and greet me. I head up to her bedroom, where I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Kelly. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is messy, as it's always been. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I always ended up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Yuri today? Yeah, but... Oh wait, how'd you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Oh. Yeah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. So it's just me and Yuri then. Yep. There's more silence between us. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I wanted to see how you were doing after you left on Friday. When something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So, Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Kelly. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? It's all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been so worried about me after all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking about me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm being punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Sayori, I grab Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something's happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this, so tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. You really put me in a trap, Kelly. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're just really going to make me say it, aren't you, Kelly? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? Because most days I can't find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring to waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like, and that's why I just want to make everyone happy, without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. Actually, a little bit. This is absolutely blindsiding me. as a lot of talk of people with depression in your real life will do to you, because, you know, a lot of people are very bombastic, you know, as a way of hiding it. You know, I mean, I'm a pretty bombastic person, and I have my pretty dark lows too, but not like this. This is kind of rough. I can't even figure out how to respond. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Because she cares about you, dummy. Because she worries and she wants to be wanted. Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? Why, Sayori? Eh? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels... Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. But she doesn't want that. She wants... Anyway, even if there's only so much I could do, I would have tried a little harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand it at all, Kelly. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have had to waste effort caring about me instead of doing the important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club. It feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why. That's why I decided that the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right, that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Kelly, there's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was, but that was selfish. I finally showed you what a horrible person... No. Don't go this route. Tears streaked down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because I was selfish. And then I punished my heart by hurting... I was punished by my heart hurting in a way I couldn't understand. And now you came here and I made you hurt too. And I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. Oh god, I've been in this situation in real life before, I realize now. God, this is college all over again. That's all I am. That's why I'm going to accept these punishments. Because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grab Sayori's shoulder. This time, I pull her into a tight embrace. Kelly. Sayori. I don't care if you feel selfish. I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. Even if I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please, never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way, Kelly. Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Please don't do this. Kelly, Sayori barely manages to speak between the sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want for her is to know that I care. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away, and if there's anything else you need me to do, then you'd better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. See, I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Kelly. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. Oh, hold on a sec, guys. Oh, man. That's one part cold air and one part feeling the sniffles from this. Oh, but your hugs are so warm, truth. And that's really scary, too. Sayori lets me go. If she does, I let her go as well. The festival's tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? That's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. Of all the days, this is to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then someone or then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Yuri to meet at my house. At the very least, do you want to come along and help out? It would be fun. To my surprise, Yuri shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand, but I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. You better be there tomorrow, goddammit. Swear to God, if this takes a turn, and that's the last time I see Sayori, because, oh my god, no. I will reboot the damn game. On my way home, I find myself feeling uneasy, but it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Yuri is about to come over too, because I'm fueled by hormones. Maybe Sayori's right. I shouldn't be worrying too much. We're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. I should just focus on what's ahead of me. As I approach my house, I see something that makes me feel a moment of panic. Yuri? Ah, thank goodness. You're a little early. I'm sorry I wasn't home yet. Were you waiting for a long time? No, I just got here. But I started to get really nervous when no one answered the doorbell. You always could have texted me. If I had known, I would have reassured you and hurried out on my way home. I suppose that's true. I didn't think of that for some reason. It should be common sense to do that, but I decided to ignore it. Anyway, let's go inside. I see you brought a lot of stuff with you. That's right. And did you manage to find everything I asked you to buy as well? Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. At least, I hope I got everything right. I'm sure it'll be fine. My room is so much cleaner than it ever has been in my entire life. I take Yuri into my room. The first thing she does is glance around curiously, which makes me feel anxious. It's so clean. Oh yeah, all the porn's in the closet. I cleaned it before you came over, so that's very considerate of you to do. No, it's... I would be really embarrassed my room to be a mess while you were here. Well, I do enjoy cleaning. I would have gladly helped you clean. That would be even more embarrassing. Wait, don't look in there! I snatch Yuri's wrist, was in the process of opening a desk drawer of mine. I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking for some reason, I was just spacing out. It's fine, it's fine. I let go of Yuri's wrist. She puts both of her hands firmly in her lap as if making sure she's keeping track of them. So, should we get started? Yes. I have a few things planned that you can help with. Decorations and other atmospheric enhancements. Atmospheric enhancement? Wow, I didn't even... That's good. It was written for me. It's written for me. Those literally atmospheric enhancements. You know, mood lighting, aromatherapy candles for, I guess for a poetry reading. She almost got the stash. She almost got all the pictures I took of her at range with my telephoto lens. Oh, wow. I didn't know you planned on taking it that far. Of course. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place. A second location from which they'll never return. Get into my van. Plebeians. Although, many will stop by just out of curiosity and for cupcakes, I guess. I've determined to provide an experience that will leave them wanting more. That's great. It's easy for me to forget that you're a pretty intense person. Intense? I guess that's the best way to put it. Is that a bad thing? Secrets of the game learns me and gets to know me. I mean, maybe. Is that a bad thing? No, not at all. It's something that I like about you, actually. Is that so? That makes me feel relieved and kind of happy. No need to be so anxious. You can relax a little. Relax. I brought some things for relaxation. Let's see, here's some KY, here's this vibrating doohickey. I was going to use them during the poetry event. Wow, that'd be a much different poetry event. Oh yeah, like what? Let's see. Yuri rummages through her bag. She pulls out a few candles and wooden cylinder-shaped object. I can't write this. I did some shopping on the way here, so I happen to have these in my bag. I plan to cover the windows in black paper and then use the candles to light the room. I think that would be amazing, don't you? It's a roll of paper. That's what I was thinking it was. Sensors. Monetize me, senpai. Yeah, that would be really neat. What's the wooden thing, though? Oh, this? It's a diffuser for essential oils. How familiar are you with aromatherapy? I'm not familiar at all. Oh, is that so? You should honestly get a sonic diffuser if you're doing that, because they're better. There's no open flames, which is pretty nice. It's one of my favorite contributions to a positive atmosphere. Depending on the oils and herbs you use, you can change the mood of the air itself. Use the halfling's weed. You can even feel it permeate through your body. Relaxation, positive energy, romance, reflection. Monetize me, senpai. Alright, I'll write that down. It's almost like magic. Yuri takes the cylinder and pushes a switch on the bottom. Oh, no, it is... Oh! Okay, it is actually one of the sonic diffusers. Those things are actually pretty good. We have one of those. Actually, we have two of them, because we have like a tiny, like, portable one. I used to use it for role-playing games, actually, because I have a bunch of essential oils that have smells like pine needles and, like, misty glens and things like that. So it's like, ah, yes, you're walking through the woods. Shia LaBeouf. You know. Weren't expecting that, were you? Shia surprise. Alright. Wow, it smells wonderful. What kind of mood is this one for? This is jasmine essential oil. It smells like a Turkish brothel now. It smells a little sweet and flowery, right? Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. I chose jasmine for the event because it provides more than relaxation. It gives a headache to every third person who smells it. Jasmine enhances your emotion and helps them flow freely through your body. You feel warmer, your heart pounds more heavily. Don't you think it'll be perfect for sharing our poems? That does sound suitable. I personally would go with Witch's Cauldron myself, or Witch's Brew. Oh no, my things! Let me put my things back in, one sec. Ow! Alright. Look, you seem to know a lot about this, so I'll trust your opinion with anything. Anything at all. Yuri smiles gently, clearly enjoying herself. She reaches again into her bag and pulls out several spools of thin ribbon. And what are those for? Well, did you purchase the origami papers I asked you to? Yeah, I've got them over here. We won't be using the paper for folding origami. What I'd like to do is write a different word on each paper. We'll need about 100 of them. Oh yeah? What will those be used for? Well, I'm going to cut pieces of ribbon to hang from the doorway of the classroom. Then we can fasten the paper onto the ribbons to create a doorway curtain. Wouldn't that be beautiful? It would catch the eye of those passing into the room. It may attract someone to peek inside. That's really creative. And actually, that's something about Japanese school festivals, is they actually are very competitive. Everybody's trying to get the most people. A lot of kids do, like, head counts, and they actually do try to raise money during these things. I don't think I actually remember where the money went. I don't think the students actually keep the money. I think it goes into, like, a class fund or something. But, it's pretty fun, and there's a lot of competition. The third years usually kick ass. Go seniors. Go Senensei. Senin. Alright. That's really creative. I had no idea you'd be so good at this, Yuri. Is that so? Well, I suppose I get a little intense, as you put it. Yuri giggles with red cheeks. Is it just me, or is she more relaxed when it's just the two of us? Or maybe it's the excitement she feels from sharing something that she enjoys. Here's a marker, Kelly. You can write any characters you want. I'll help you once I'm finished cutting the ribbons. Okay. Ah, alright. Sitting on the floor together, the two of us get to work. I carefully draw a different character on each paper, doing my best to manage my really bad writing. Yuri unravels the long string of red ribbon to her desired length. Then she reaches into her bag once more and pulls out a pocket knife. The knife is strangely beautiful. The silver handle is an intricate pattern of waves etched into it. The blade itself is tinted blue. That's no ordinary pocket knife. It looks really fancy. Well, embarrassed, Yuri looks away. What is it? You're gonna think it's weird. Yuri, whatever it is, I have no reason to judge, okay? If you'd opened that drawer, you would have seen how little I have to judge you. To each their own, you know? If you promise you won't be weirded out. Yeah, I promise. Alright. Thing is, I'm kind of into knives. I mean, I knew this was where it was going, but seeing it stated like that... They're just so pretty, I can't help it. I don't know what it is. The combination of craftsmanship and feeling of danger, maybe? Oh, what am I saying? Please don't think I'm weird for this. You're laughing at me. No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at how... I just think it's funny how nervous you got over sharing. Well, it's an interesting thing to be into, I guess, but I think it kind of suits you. Suits me? Yeah, it's kind of intense. Besides, it's a really cool-looking knife. I can't deny that. It is, isn't it? Yeah. Guys will say anything when there's a pretty girl in their room. Let's be fair here. She could have pulled out a severed head, and I would have been like, wow, you're really intense. Severed heads are cool, right? Sugoi. Sugoi severed head. Stecky. This is my first time playing. This is my first time playing blind playthrough, so don't spoil. No spoilers. Alright. Yuri relaxes her expression yet again. Would you like to hold it? Yeah, sure, I'll check it out. Yuri carefully hands me the knife with the handle facing me. I take it and turn it around in my hands. Feels heavy and extremely solid. Where do you even get a knife like this? Curious of its sharpness, I feel the point of the knife with my index finger. Ah, shit! Kelly, why did you do that? I didn't expect it to be that sharp. It's so sharp it cut through time. I barely touched it at all. It's my fault. I should have warned you. This knife is extremely sharp. It can cut through skin like it's paper. And cut through paper like it's skin. Oh no! A small drop of blood trickles down the side of my finger. Yuri takes my hand and gives the wound a closer look. Ah. She stares at it and noticeably fidgets. If you're squeamish, I'll go wash it off now. Without warning, Yuri puts my finger in her mouth and licks the wound. I feel her tongue curl around my finger. Startled, I instinctively pull my hand back. Oh, please forgive me. I wasn't thinking. Yuri lowers her head, her face burning up. Yuri, it's the most embarrassing thing I've ever done. How could I do something like that? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is reminding me of high school for sure. I dated a vampire briefly. We're not going to go into that though. Sure, it was a little weird and it took me by surprise. It's actually not much of a story. It's not much of a story. Alright. But it's just one of those, like, God, I feel like I just got hit in the face with something. God, am I blushing? I'll be blushing. Sure, it feels a little weird and took me by surprise, but I guess she was just trying to help, right? Yuri, I think you're overreacting a little. She doesn't lift her head. What if she doesn't recover from this for the rest of the afternoon? Alright, you know what? This might be a stupid thing to do, but I do it anyway. I take Yuri's hand and lick her index finger in return. Kelly! Did you really just do that? Now we're even. Yuri looks at me like I did something wrong. I knew that would be a bad idea, and I did it anyway, because that's the Kelly way. That's a KFC fetish, I guess? Alright. If not for the sweet aroma of the jasmine oil, the air would be extremely heavy right now. You're so weird, Kelly. It's true. I'm very weird. Yuri giggles shyly. Yuri calling me weird? I have no response to that. Where do you keep your bandages? I don't think I need one, actually. It was a tiny cut. Look, it's already stopped bleeding. I see. That's relieving. The tension is quickly lifted. We resume our respective activities. I watch Yuri's knife cut through ribbon like it's nothing but air. Meanwhile, I continue making progress on the paper. Do I get to pick the words? After we finish attaching the paper to the ribbons, we lay them all out side by side. It looks better than I expected, and will be effective as a door curtain. It looks really great. Good thinking coming up with this, Yuri. Oh, thanks. It's just something I saw online, really. Are you ready to move on to the next task? Yeah, let's do it. What do you have in mind? Human sacrifice. No. I'd like to create a banner. That's why I asked you to buy the paint tablets. Tablets? I guess kind of like the pucks. Okay, cool. Oh, those things. Yeah, that's right. So, like, for watercolor. One of the things that Yuri had asked me to buy was a kit of watercolor paint tablets. Ah, called it. That's like I know something. We'll need about 6 cups of water to put each tablet in. Do you mind fetching those for us? Of course not. We'll just paint my entire room in watercolor. I don't care about the security deposit. My parents are rich. I mean middle class. I mean working class. I mean, this isn't even my house. 6 cups of water. I'll be right back in a minute. I'll have to borrow those from the next door neighbor. Thank you very much. And oh, just a little bit of water is okay. If you fill the cups too much, it will be too diluted. 6 cups of water. Okay, are you talking about 6 cups of water? Okay. Taking Yuri's advice, I decide to use small plastic cups rather than full-size glasses. I put them on a plate to catch any drops, any paint that drips, and bring them back to my room. Yuri? Yes? I come back to see Yuri quickly unrolling her sleeves, putting it back over her... Pulling it back over her arm. Jesus, this is high school. Nothing. Your face is a little red. Oh, by the way, I think that this is probably a good time to remind everybody again that this is a game that has some very mature themes, and some stuff. I was expecting her to be a little less dressed too, but if you have any problem with certain activities undergone by people with depression or various emotional issues, or, I mean, sometimes people just have weird hobbies, but I don't even know if I can say that about this, but anyway, just warning, because my spider sense is tingling. And, alright, so you've been warned. Is it too hot in here or anything? Not at all. There's nothing wrong, so let's mix the paint. Yuri hurriedly dismisses me and takes it upon herself to unwrap the tablets, dropping them into the cups. So, I thought we could do something simple that would look very nice. I'd like to paint a gradient across the banner, starting with the colors sunrise, and then daytime, and then sunset and nighttime. Once it dries, I'll write an inspirational quote across the banner. We can hang it on the wall behind the podium in the front of the classroom. Oh, neat. What are you going to write? Well, it'll be more of a fun surprise. More fun to surprise you. Yuri smiles at me. If you say so. After rolling out the banner, Yuri and I kneel opposite sides so we don't get in the way of each other. Yuri uses a brush and adds a few dots of different colors along the banner to serve as a color guide when we paint. Oh, she's really clever. I would have just, winged it and messed the whole thing up. This kind of reminds me of elementary school. Painting on a banner with watercolors feels a lot like art class that we had back then. It's relaxing. I'm sorry if this feels too childish. No, I didn't mean it like that. It's kind of fun, you know? You'd never get to go back and do stuff like this. Oh, maybe she went through my porn drawer. You have a point there. Yeah, it is fun. I'm glad you feel that way too. Yuri stops painting for a moment, thinking to herself. For me, I don't need to go out and do crazy things to have fun. I can do crazy things indoors, which is really helpful in 2020. In fact, I usually don't even want to. It's just when I can spend time with one other person. I just like time when I can spend time with one other person. Even if it's something simple like reading, it doesn't even matter if we don't talk much. Just having a friend next to me makes me feel a little bit nicer. I think that's all it takes for me to be happy. Is that so? Even if Yuri and I are quite different, I can understand where she's coming from. I feel that way with things like anime and games, where simply sharing the experience with someone can make me happy. I think I feel the same way. Yuri smiles gently. I knew you would understand. Yuri leans over the banner to grab an unused paintbrush, but I move at the same time, causing my head to bump into hers. Kya! Sorry! Yuri reels back, and I quickly lift my hands in surprise. Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. It just startled me, that's all. Sorry, I should have asked you to get it for me. It's not your fault. Your face. There are droplets of paint on Yuri's face and neck. Is there something on my face? Yeah, I accidentally got paint on you. Sorry, it's totally my fault. I'll get you a towel right away. I rush out and fetch a small towel, and then I dampen it with hot water. I return to my room and kneel down in front of her. Alright, this is a screen cap moment, guys. With mental illness, the crazy is at home with me. Yep, ditto. Alright. Boop. Alright, here. I pat down Yuri's face and neck with the towel. Is something wrong? It's hot, I just didn't expect it. That would be a little bit of a surprise. Sorry, I didn't want to use cold water. Having finished, I started to retract my hand, but Yuri suddenly holds my wrist. Wait. It's just for a little longer. I feel like the music should change. It's a little too jolly like Charlie Brown right now. It feels really nice. I keep my hand still against Yuri's neck. She looks into my eyes. It's an intense expression that I recognize from when she reads her books. Almost as if she's lost in a daze, enveloped by her own thoughts. She breathes gently, half through slightly parted lips. What is happening? The aroma of jasmine oil... Is the aroma of jasmine oil giving me this dizzy feeling? Yuri's gentle fingers wrap around my wrist, sending a tingling sensation through my arm, and suddenly her face seems much closer to mine than it was just a moment ago. Yuri slowly pulls away. Sorry, I've been feeling a little lightheaded today. I didn't mean to space out. It's fine. The moment is over as soon as it began because you totally just failed, bro. Alternatively, she was going to eat my face. Maybe I made the right call. Time will tell. I think it's the blood leaving your brain. Yeah, I think so. I think that maybe, yeah. Her movements seem clumsier, like she's unable to focus. I remain silent, forced to ignore the event that just transpired. I hesitantly retrieve my own brush and continue following Yuri's example. That should do it. I finish filling the night sky with the white dots that look like stars. Looking at the banner as a whole, it's very pretty and natural looking. I think it came out better than I expected. I'm really happy with the results. Yeah, me too. Are you gonna add the lettering now? Oh, not yet. It needs to dry first. That's true. Won't that take a while? Well, perhaps it would be best to leave it here and then have you bring it in the morning. I can do the lettering in the classroom before our event starts. Is that okay? That's totally fine. Wonderful. In that case, I don't think there's anything more for us to do here. Whew! You say that like you're glad it's over. I was wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little. Was I wrong to assume that you were at least enjoying yourself a little bit? Oh, no, it's not that. It's just that, like, my parents were killed by paint. So it just brings back emotions, and I wanted to get through it. To be fair, my father actually drowned in a vat of watercolor. This isn't what my mom said. She was killed by oil paint, so... I'm glad we could at least manage to get everything done. I see. I am too. I was a little concerned about time. I need to start making dinner soon. Ah. So you don't have any time left? I was secretly hoping we would have extra time after finishing the work. Well... Yuri thinks to herself. I think it would be too irresponsible of me to wait much longer. I'm sorry. I was hoping there would be more time as well. It's probably my fault. Sorry for being such a slow worker. No, it's not your fault at all, and the important thing is that we got everything done, right? Yeah. So, I shouldn't be disappointed or anything. Gathering all of her things, Yuri seems to look a little downcast. I understand why. It sounded like she rarely gets the opportunity to spend time with her friends in a relaxed environment. But that doesn't mean this is the last time it can happen. Once Yuri packs up, I'll walk her out the front door. Thank you very much for having me today. No problem. I'm glad I was able to help. Just let me know if there's anything you need me to bring tomorrow. I will. Well then, Yuri fidgets. I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Wait. I kind of say that without thinking. About today, it's fine that we didn't have as much time as we wanted, because we can do this again. Whenever you want. You can come over, or we can go out somewhere. I forgot you don't like going out much. As I stumble over words, Yuri simply smiles bashfully. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say, so you're very thoughtful, Kelly. She takes a step closer to me, and then briefly squeezes my hand. I kind of like that about you. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? But I don't even get a chance to, as Yuri suddenly pulls back. Sayori? Hi, Kelly. Sayori! Just now, we weren't... It's okay, Kelly. I just stopped by to say hi. Well, this is nice to see you. I'm sorry, but I really need to be on my way to leave. Oh, really? That's too bad. Blocked. I'm sorry, but we'll be together at the festival tomorrow, so that's fine, right? Of course! Sayori beams. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow. Clearly embarrassed, Yuri hurries off. Sayori waves goodbye after her. Goodbye, bitch! Sayori, I thought you didn't want to come over today. Well, I tried staying in my room, but my imagination was being really mean to me, so I had to come over and see it for myself. See what? What are you talking about? You know, how much fun you were having with Yuri, and how close you got to her. It makes me really happy that you're such good friends. That's all that matters to me. Tears start to fall down Sayori's face. That's all that matters to me. Why am I feeling this way, Kelly? I'm supposed to be happy for you. Why does it feel like my heart is splitting in half? It hurts so much. Everything hurts so much. This would be so much better if I could just disappear. Sayori, don't say that. It's true, Kelly. If I wasn't here, then you wouldn't have to waste your sympathy on me. You wouldn't have to put up with me being selfish. Monica was right. I should just... Monica? Monica was right about what? Sayori, what I said before is true. I'm not going to let this continue. Caring about you like this isn't the burden your mind is making it out to be. It's something that makes me happy. It's something that I wouldn't trade for anything else. So even if it takes an entire lifetime, I'm going to be by your side until you don't feel any more pain. But... Sayori looks away. I put a hand on her shoulder to reassure her. I'm scared, Kelly. I'm really scared. What are you scared of, Sayori? I'm scared that I might like you more than you like me. Sayori, it's true, isn't it? I was weak and I started to like you too much. Well, I mean, it's hard not to. Have you seen my non-existent avatar? Have you seen the height of these locks? Anyway, my Gohan hair. I did this to myself. Kelly, I like you so much that I want to die. Ooh, yeah, step it back one degree back from that. 1 degree back. And that's enough, Sayori. I don't want you to hurt anymore. I slide my hand down Sayori's arm and squeeze her hand into my own. Do you remember how I said that I always know what's best for you? Hello, you. Do you still believe me? Wordlessly, Sayori nods. Even if you don't understand all of your own feelings, I know what you need the most right now. And what you need is what I'm going to give you. A stuffed crust pizza from Pizza Hut. Oh! 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 This is gonna be a save moment. That's a save right there. Oh boy! Oh boy! Ooh, do I go after Vampire Girl or do I... Ooh. You'll always be my dearest friend. What you need most is for things to be like they've always been. Monica told me the truth. She told me how much happier you seemed after I joined the club. I know you're struggling with some really difficult things right now, but please, trust me, that I know what's best, and I will make you happy in the end. I promise. I'll help get things back to the way they were. I see. Sayori forces a smile through incredibly pained expression. Is this what it feels like to get stabbed in the chest? I should write a poem about this. Sayori, it's okay. This is just my punishment, remember? For being selfish. So please don't worry about these stupid feelings. I know you're right. I knew this whole time there's no happiness down that path. That's why I came here. Just so I could get the answer I needed to hear. And the other thing. You're also right that I just wanted to go back to the way that it was. I realize that now. You really do know me better than anyone else. I'll trust you with anything. Anything at all. So... Sayori's smile finally breaks. All of a sudden she turns around and drops to her knees. I'm not gonna do that. Okay. Clutching her head with both hands, she screams as loud as she can. I'm so shocked I don't know how to react. Sayori looks over her shoulder, flashes me a weak smile before turning and running off. Sayori! I'm left helplessly standing in front of my house. Why am I feeling so horrible about this? There's nothing more I could have done. The most I can do is support Sayori through her feelings, and help her down the path that's right, but I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is, but though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more. Something different. I know that these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back to the way they were. I'm gonna give it everything I've got. Sayori will always be my dearest friend, and I'll do whatever it takes to put a smile on her face every day. It's the day of the festival. All right, and I think that's a good place to cut this episode for YouTube, so I will see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like, subscribe, smash bells to find out what I'm going... Never mind, I'm not going to go with that joke. But anyway, like, subscribe, smash... I keep saying smash, but you get what I mean. Follow, do everything you need to do to stay updated on Dork Tales phenomenons, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye! Welcome to Yuri time. Don't say that. Don't say that. All the porn's in the closet. I knew that would be a bad idea, and I did it anyway, because that's the Kelly way. It's so sharp it cut through time. I want to help take our guests to a faraway place, a second location from which they'll never return. Get into my van. Smells like a Turkish brothel now. That's what I was thinking it was. Censors. Monetize me, senpai. Guys will say anything when there's a pretty girl in their room. Let's be fair here. She could have pulled out a severed head and I would have been like, wow, you're really intense. Severed heads are cool, right? Sugoi. Sugoi severed head.
There is no poetry, only soul.